Hello to my YouTube subscribers, new subscribers, YouTube viewers, and my Twitter followers. I took some time off on the music on Twitter here to see what's going on in the news. And I just happened to hit my homepage and saw CNN. Floyd protests growing across several cities nationwide. This is a CNN channel. The protesters at the CNN television station right now outside of it, throwing rocks and things at the reporters.
That they started shooting.
I wonder, CNN, I hate CNN. I think they're a bunch of fake news bastards, and they're probably paying the people to throw shit at their building. Kind of like when we had the hurricanes, all these fucking CNN reporters grabbing people here. Sit in this boat, even if it's only fucking need ankle deep water. Say help. Scream help. It's horrible. Help. Help. Yeah, let's see what's going on with CNN. Maybe they're going to get some just desserts on bullshit reporting. Here we go. Let's see. We'll watch a little bit of
BBs at us. I was struck with a BB pellet. It's unreal to witness here, Chris. The police line, we just saw an officer extracted. An officer was down. We don't know exactly how they were injured. Another officer here that was standing on these steps took some glass in the arm. These demonstrators are ready to confront these law enforcement officers. You have law enforcement in heavy tactical gear, protesters that are clearly ready. You just see something else happen there. Another demonstrator threw what appeared to be a large object at one of those SWAT officers. They're throwing signs at the police officers, and they're not showing any sign of dispersing. And about 15 minutes ago, they gave an order from the armored vehicles that had shown up here just outside. Those images, I'm not sure if you're looking at them. They gave the demonstrators an order to disperse. It was then that we saw more show up in tactical gear, tear gas masks. And that's when we heard over the radio that this was happening. They've broken out the windows here and are continuing to throw objects. There's just another projectile fired. Appear to be a full water bottle. But there are officers that we can report. At least 2 officers have been injured. One of them, it appeared to be seriously injured. He was being dragged out. You can see what's left behind of this glass, the glass partition that separates the street. These demonstrators are now launching something that appears to be some sort of smoke grenade that they're throwing inside CNN Center right now. They're kicking it back out, guys. This is live happening in front of your eyes. They've just thrown, I think, Powerade or some sort of Gatorade or liquid, guys, on the officers. These officers are being confronted. And these demonstrators, They know what's on the other side of this. They've been warned. These officers have already fired or deployed tear gas into the crowd. We saw another with a long gun fire what appeared to be a rubber bullet at another demonstrator who had thrown a large object. You see these demonstrators are walking inside CNN Center at this point. It seems as though this man might be detained. He's being detained. Let's see if we can talk to him. Another rock just thrown there at police. We're right behind the police line. These are very large objects. Police being hit. This demonstrator, let's see if we could ask him why he was here, guys. Hey, why did you show up here today? Why are you here? Why did you come here? What made you show up?
There needs to be change. Here in our country is not black, white. Officers need to be trained better.
Officers need to be trained better. I think the people need to be trained a little bit better. America, we have white, black, Mexican, Chinese, all colors of officers. And they put up with a bunch of shit. People call them, you're just Uncle Tom. You just want to be with the white boys. I'm all for people having a black officer respond to a black problem so the white person doesn't offend somebody. It's at the scene of some crime or something and make it worse, but still, the black officers get shit. Oh, you're Uncle Tom. What the hell you doing? Being a police officer. They're here to help you, stupid fuckers. But, what can you do? People are stupid. And I think this is all staged, because if it was really, I think CNN's probably paying a little payola for this kind of bullshit to happen on their studio. Why would black people want to even do this shit to CNN other than fake news? Paying a little payola to get a bunch of people to throw shit at their building. I think it's a little bit bullshit, CNN. If it's really happening, these cops inside wouldn't be just sitting there with shields and dicking around. They would be busting heads, taking the fuckers to jail, saying, look, you little fucking criminals. You don't do this kind of shit. This ain't justice. This is fucking bullshit. This is a crime. You're going to jail. You have to pay for all this little bullshit. And good luck. Let's see what else CNN's going to try to blow smoke up our asses with.
You took me out the air?
No, Nick, you're still there. You okay?
Hey, yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. I didn't know if I was taken off the air. This is a live active situation.
What did he say? I couldn't hear all of
that there. I was trying to get an interview with the demonstrator. He said he wanted police can do better. Police can do better. I'm here for change. We've heard the chants of no justice, no peace. Another large object just thrown there at CNN. This is our home, Chris, This is where we come to work every day. Journalists who are trying to tell the truth, trying to deliver information. It's one of the noble parts about society, and these demonstrators have decided to come here today to take out their frustration and their anger, not just on the police, but it seems on our CNN center as well. These police officers now are advancing. They're grouped together as those objects continue to fly, being blocked by SWAT team shields. There appears to be one person in front of the demonstrators, Chris. I don't know if you can make him out on camera. He's got a white bandana on with his shirt off. He's trying to keep his crowd back and to try. It appears as though this is happening right live in front of us, that they're understanding the gravity of the situation and what will escalate next.
So, Nick,
as this is happening, you're seeing just next to us, Chris, they're taking objects out of McCormick and Smith's to try to remove large objects away from the demonstrators. Right. Go ahead, Chris.
Nick, are the cops that are inside the CNN Center the only cops that are there, or are there more cops on the backside of this crowd?
No. We're giving you a different vantage point, a different perspective. There's a larger police presence, but what has happened here in the last 20 minutes is, as the demonstrators were pushed out in front of the big red letters out there in front of CNN Center, pushed into the main intersection, they started to move, sort of down more towards Centennial Olympic Park. And they took advantage of police not being in this area. They started to...
I don't even think these are cops. These are probably fucking CNN security guards for the fucking building. They don't act like cops. If they are cops, that would be grabbing and sending the fuckers to jail, throwing them in the paddy wagon one by one. I'm pretty sure these are not cops. These are wannabe cops, but they're not cops. I'm gonna bet some big bucks on that.
Throw rocks at these windows, and it was just before we joined you live on air that this situation unfolded. It is unreal to see this. I know I keep using that word, but you never think something like this is going to happen here. Atlanta has been historically a city that, has held demonstrations, even during the rash of police shooting of African American men in 2015. This was a city that held large demonstrations, but they were by and large peaceful. This is nothing but.
Now, how long has this been going on, Nick?
They've been here since 3 o'clock this afternoon. We understand it was, a smaller crowd which gathered this afternoon, and it was about 7 o'clock that we started to get alerts from our national desk that they were throwing projectiles out in front of CNN Center, doing graffiti. We showed up about a half hour later, and within minutes, things took a turn. Here comes another object being thrown by a demonstrator in a mask. Now more reinforcements being brought in, coming behind our photographer, William Walker. What's going on, Kevin?
So what they're doing is...
They're calling for more shields, guys. Things are getting really bad over here, Chris.
Nick, what they're going to do is they're going to create what they call a phalanx, okay? They're going to create an angle of these shields. And what they're going to then have to make a decision to do is to either hold, which is they expect these windows to be broken and people to advance. And this is going to be the line that the officers draw, that you will not come any further than this. The decision that's more complicated for them is whether or not to move forward, because they only have where this white guy with the skateboard is standing. That's the only way out of the building for them. And they will not fit through this.
Yeah, that's right.
And that is a very dangerous thing to do. So they are doing a stand and hold right now. What are you hearing?
Well, it's pretty clear that these officers are nervous. They're seeing this situation de-escalate. They're trying to, as you say, hold this line here. And to the credit of the police officers so far, we have seen them not use much force while they've been having...
What kind of stupid white boy is in there busting the window in front of cameras? Oh my God, people. I do feel bad for the guy who got killed by the cop with the neck on him, but boy, this is not fucking justice. This is a bunch of thugs that need to be going to jail. Actually, I don't even like throwing people in jail because I hate feeding douchebags. I'd rather fucking have the bullets start flying. Take care of this fucking shit. Let there you fucking do this kind of crap. You need to fucking die. Fuck this shit.
These large objects thrown at them. They are establishing their presence right now. There's no doubt about that, holding this line here, Chris. And, we're watching it happen right in front of us.
Well, they are preparing for what they anticipate to be a rush of the building.
Red beams putting on this individual here in front of you, and the man with the skateboard.
Getting all painted up, dude. Hope they're rubber bullets. But yeah, fucking stupid.
You've got weapons pointed at him, and this is just so sad to see happen here.
Is that guy kind of fucking retarded? Oh man, where's his fucking parents? Need to come and grab Junior and take him back home. What the fuck, people?
That's what the umbrella is about, is to try to block the officer's vision of what's going on. The question becomes, once this guy with the skateboard succeeds and breaks the window, what does it mean to the crowd? Is that the satisfaction they want, or are they going to try to advance? And God forbid they do, you're going to have a very different situation.
Well, we'll be live right here covering it all, Chris. We're right behind the police line. They're clearly, the officers are outnumbered. Those demonstrators are going back, they're very deep, going back towards Centennial Olympic Park.
Time to take that fucker down with a stun gun. Watch him flop like a jellyfish out of water. What a stupid fucker.
I feel as though I believe I just heard what I thought was a taser deployed. I don't see anyone, though, that was on the other end of it. You're seeing more shields, more reinforcements come into that line. Police officers telling their colleagues, directing them to where they need more reinforcement. We're seeing now more demonstrators come to the front. They seem like they're antsy, Chris. They seem like they're ready to charge. This is not a good look. This is not a good sign here for these officers on the other side of it. And certainly not for the demonstrators who are coming towards us.
All right, so Nick, let's just go through this one step at a time. First, you and the team have a secondary location for you? If they come through here and the police start going, you have a way to get up the stairs?
We absolutely do. We've managed to put ourselves in a position where, our viewers can see what's going on, though, we know safety, and there's no story worth risking your life over, Chris. We know that. I've got a daughter and a wife I want to get home to tonight.
You got a beautiful family. I see them all the time. You're a lucky man. You just make sure that the team has a place to go. You can always report later. And again, this is a tough situation because you have a small opening. And if they break the other window, then you have a bigger opening for the protesters to come in, although that would be a really, really dangerous thing for them to do. And then you also have another option for the officers to try to move the line farther outside CNN. The big question becomes, Nick, do we have any way of knowing what's happening with that crowd outside in terms of policing, or is this it? Just these cops here? You said there's a larger police presence. Where?
There is a larger police presence, just east of me here, Chris. You have the majority of those officers here. That's where the reinforcements are coming from. The crowd is, we hate to give these estimates because we haven't talked to police, but there was over 1,000 people here, perhaps even closer to 2,000 people here. Officers outnumbered. They did bring in those reinforcements, the SWAT team, members of the bomb squad, state patrol, local police officers, plain clothes. They've given these orders already to these demonstrators to disperse. They were starting to gear up with tear gas masks, ready to deploy tear gas, when all of a sudden these windows started breaking, and those projectiles continue to fly in the direction of the police, Chris. There's another one.
Wow.
Gosh.
So, and just so people understand what's going on, this is a big building, and this is an expansive lobby area. You are not in the newsroom. This is the front of a big corporate complex.
This used to be the world's largest indoor amusement park, the Wacky World of Sid and Marty Krofft, before Ted Turner bought this and turned it into what is the Omni Center and then became CNN Center. This used to be the site of an indoor roller coaster. It still has the world's longest freestanding escalator. Thousands of CNN employees are here. It's connected to a hotel.
Wait, hold on a second, Nick, are those guys in front preparing to light something on fire? You see how they're wrapping his hand up right now?
It looks like it.
They're either wrapping his hand up because he's going to punch the glass and he wants something to protect his hand, but I saw him pouring something on it. Maybe he hurt his hand, and they're just trying to wrap his hand. Just keep an eye on that situation. Hopefully he just is taking care of a wound, so if he cut himself, he's not going to bleed too much. Good, that's what it seems to be.
Well, they've already lit things on fire so far, Chris. They lit a police car on fire
not there.
at about 8 o'clock. That was just, still smoldering. They've lit signs on fire. This is a crowd that came to confront police. They're angry, and we can't underscore, on the cursory level, you see the violence that is happening and unfolding right in front of our cameras. They're here under the premise because a black man was killed by police. They want to hold police accountable. Their message, however, has taken a violent tone here, and we don't hear the mention of George Floyd's name at all. We just see the violence happening here in front of us.
Well, this is a bizarre scene for people who aren't used to this. You have some people are laughing, some people are videotaping.
I just threw something on fire, Chris, a firecracker. Something's on fire! Shit.
Nick, you all right?
You okay? You okay? You okay, guys? You all right? Is everyone okay? You all right, William? Okay, we're okay. Our crew's okay. They just threw a firecracker in on us. What was that?
Was that like a
pretty powerful firecracker?
It might have been a flashbang, Nick.
Heart pumping a little bit.
It might have been a flashbang. They may have gotten their hands on an undetonated flashbang that the police use, which does exactly what you just saw. Everybody's okay?
Good gracious. They just put something else on fire. Everything is okay, but they've just set something else on fire outside, Chris. We don't want to get any closer than here, but can you see what's going on? You pushing on that? Oh, okay. These demonstrators are starting out to make their way back towards the park. Well, they're loading. We understand my producer Kevin Conlon says that they're loading tear gas canisters up right now.
But if that's tear gas that's in...
If this is not a CNN stage piece of shit newscast, nothing is. I'll tell ya, cops don't just sit inside a building. At this point, there'd be fucking fire cannons, dogs, all sorts of shit going on. Tasers. A lot of people screaming on the ground, cuffed and stuffed, loaded up in that big bus you seen out there. Going downtown for a little stay in jail. Fun Friday night.
In front of there,
security's
Nick.
telling us to move. Chris, I gotta go.
Yeah, Nick, if that's tear gas, you're going to want to get away from it because it's going to come up the stairs fast.
We're getting out of here, Chris.
All right, get yourself to a safer
We're getting out of
location.
here. We'll get back to you later. You got it. Thanks, buddy.
All right. So here's what we've been watching. Okay, you're actually not looking at Minneapolis. On your screen, you'll see it's Atlanta. That is the CNN World Headquarters. Police had been outside, and then as the crowds advanced on CNN, and they were on top of the CNN logo and spray painting things on it, and they started to light cars on fire and become increasingly violent, we had the police move inside CNN, and then the windows of CNN were broken. And then,
CNN, you fucking suck so bad. Fake news, fucking fake little instigators that probably paid all these people to throw shit at your building. What a bunch of douchebags. CNN, I hope you fucking go out of business. You've been a disgrace for a fucking long time. Well, thanks for watching, people. Total bullshit. Alright. What can you do? Fake news 24/7. CNN, you suck.